Okay, so you guys send in this first chapter breakdown of A Knot of Lies. And that's our deep dive today, right? We want to
Ah,
kind of get into, like, what are those key insights that immediately, like, pull you in
yeah.
to this whole mystery?
Yeah, I mean, it really, it just throws you right in, right into the action, with a death
Okay.
in an abandoned building. And, the police are just like, suicide, case closed. But there's this detail that's so interesting,
Oh, okay.
which is this knot that is described as too perfect.
Oh,
And it's Gideon Wells. He's our central character.
okay.
He immediately recognizes this. This just isn't right.
Hmm. That's interesting. So it's that hook, right? You've got this eerie setting and then this tiny little detail
Right.
that you wouldn't think would be significant.
Yeah, and the breakdown, it really emphasizes how, the police are so ready to just move on, but Gideon's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gideon is convinced that there's something more here. There's something else going on, and that really sets him apart.
He's willing to look beyond the surface.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's so interesting because, okay, so we've got this character, Gideon, and he's a private investigator, right? But it's not your typical, like, hard-boiled,
Right.
it seems like his motivations are coming from a different place.
It's interesting you pick up on that because the breakdown really focuses on his faith. Like that's kind of his guiding principle.
Okay, so it's not just a background detail.
Yeah.
It's really affecting how he approaches this whole case.
And he's described as like this really interesting combination of kind but also really firm.
Oh, wow.
And what's so interesting is, the town itself is described as like morally decaying.
Yeah, wow.
And he's seen as too good for this town. So there's like this inherent conflict already set up there.
So it's almost like he's got this unique perspective that other people don't have.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And that goes back to what we were saying before about how, he picks up on that knot.
That is
He
cool.
sees things that other people miss. And the breakdown really highlights that. Like he's willing to investigate what other people are just going to ignore.
And that ties back to, his faith. Like that's what drives him. Okay, so we're already seeing some pretty like big themes here.
Oh yeah, and the material you gave, it lays out some really powerful core themes right from the get-go.
Okay.
This tension between like the easy explanation and the deeper truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's that conflict of faith versus corruption, and then this overarching theme of justice versus power. It's really cool.
Oh, that's really interesting. And then it takes it even a step further, right? Because there's these questions that are posed, like how silence protects the guilty,
Right.
that suggests that it's not just about this one case, but it's
Yeah.
like a bigger issue.
Yeah, totally.
And then that other question, that's like, what if your brother was the one hiding the truth?
Yeah.
Like, whoa,
Yeah.
things just got personal.
And I mean, those questions, they really make you think about the nature of truth in this story, right? Is
Yeah.
it hidden? Is it being suppressed? Or is it just being overlooked?
That's a huge question.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that there's this potential personal connection for Gideon, like that just adds this whole other layer.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to think, like, what would you do if you were in that situation?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the stuff you shared about the author and why they wrote A Knot of Lies, that was really cool too.
Oh,
Like
wow.
to really explore these deeper truths, but through fiction.
Yeah.
And to have this character, this detective who's so morally grounded.
I love that he presented it as a story for people who are looking for justice,
Yeah.
for meaning.
Yeah.
And he specifically mentioned that his own faith was a big inspiration.
It definitely comes through in the story. So
Yeah.
that context really helps to understand, like, okay, this isn't just about,
Yeah.
solving this crime. It's about something more.
It's about these bigger questions,
Yeah.
and it's about exploring them through Gideon's faith-driven pursuit of justice.
So even just from this first chapter, you can already see that this is a story that's going to make you think.
Yeah,
It's not going to give you easy answers.
absolutely.
The too perfect knot, the police who are so quick to dismiss it,
Right.
and then Gideon who's just got this unwavering faith. It all points to this narrative that's so like morally complex.
Precisely. And I think it's so effective how this first chapter just establishes that central conflict right away.
Mm-hmm.
And Gideon's character, like he's someone who's not going to just accept those superficial explanations.
Wow.
It sets the stage for a story where like right off the bat that things are not what they seem.
There's something else going on. So here's the final thought, and then we'll wrap it up. Think about, how sometimes the things that are most carefully constructed, those perfect appearances,
Right.
can actually be hiding, like the biggest deceptions.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So what are the two perfect knots in your own life
Yeah.
that you might want to, take a closer look at? Thanks for this night dive. It was fun.
Yeah, this was great.
All right, see you next time.